2nd of December, and this week we have had some really hot, disgusting weather of like 40+ degree days. The week started off really lovely, and then towards the end of the week, which was our Friday, and I was going to work, the weather was still very hot. It was, I think the hottest day we had was like 44 degrees, but the weather started to turn, and we also started to get a little bit of wind, actually not a little bit of wind, a lot of wind, and some fires started to burn. I don't know how these fires came about, but I think they kind of were natural, being how hot it was, obviously, and they spread. And today, it is now 2 days after, well, 2 days after the fires have started. They're still kind of burning. They have them under control. I think 13 people lost their homes and 1 person did die. And I think obviously all of us are pretty affected by it. But I also, I don't know how to say this, but I also really feel bad for our nature and our animals that can't get away from this, and even people, obviously. But it just really sucks. And today being Sunday, today's the first day I've actually smelt the fires. Obviously the way the wind kind of carries, we got like the first kind of smell of the fires that are happening in our hills, which are just 30 minutes from our house, even less. And yeah, like, we were walking my dog, and I didn't bring my camera or my phone or anything so I could record it, but there was just smoke in the park, and I just think it really hit home and really felt really real, and it's really scary, especially for the people that are like, this is really affecting them. I tried to take a bit of footage. I tried to fly my drone in my local neighborhood, and I also went to the beach because it was kind of hovering around the beach. But I don't know how this footage turned out. But I just wanted to document this scary moment in our lives. As scary and unnice this is, I just wanted to kind of document it because I forget things, and I just love videoing things to remember, even though this is not a good time. But I think everything in our lives, good or bad, should be documented. And I'm saying that while I've told you that this has been the worst week possible of filming, because it was 40 degrees and I didn't want to film because, one, I couldn't like go outside, it was too hot, and it was just sad to watch how the animals were dealing with the heat, obviously people as well, but obviously people can kind of find shelter and get out of the sun, but our animals, like, I was driving home and I could see all the birds, the trees were like getting really sad and starting to kind of fall, look lifeless, and you know, I was just putting out lots of pots of water out everywhere. But like I said, it's a really difficult time, and the heat to me kind of tells me, well, climate change is real. Like, I personally in my lifetime have never felt 46 degrees here, so it's really hot and it's really scary, and I think this is a wake-up call for a lot of people. And I don't know what else I wanted to say. I think that's it. There's just nothing else I can say, really. Just this has been not a very nice week, and it's been a very hot week. It's been a disgusting week, and it just sucks because this is happening before Christmas, and usually, like I said, we don't really have weather like this in South Australia before Christmas. A heat wave of like 40 degrees is really bizarre, and I always say this to people, but this heat wave of like 40 degrees is like the new 30 degrees. We used to have heat waves of 35, 37, and that used to feel crazy, and now it like 37 feels cool to me. I'm like, you know, I can still run in that weather. Anyway, I'm going to start jumbling now, but I just wanted to come on here and kind of tell you what's been happening with this week, why there's been a lack of filming. Obviously, I don't want to take my gear in the heat, and just to let you know, if you didn't know, wherever you're watching this from, whatever country, if you're from the US, from Europe, we have been having a really hard time in Australia, and a lot of people have been affected by losing their homes, and there's also been a lot of devastation on our wildlife, especially in New South Wales. I don't know if you heard, but a lot of koalas are close to it being extinct, and we've lost a lot of koalas. So it is super duper sad. I'm actually going to be adopting a little koala and donating money where I can. But anyway, that is it. I hope the footage I'm about to show you is kind of okay. I was going to do a drone review, but I thought this will come first and then I'll talk about the drone some other time. But besides that, thank you guys for watching. I'm going to stop talking and I hope you enjoy this footage that we got. And yeah, thank you guys. Thank you for your support, and yeah. So we're trying to see if we can kind of like capture the smoke. It's very faint. It was much heavier this morning, but the smoke from the hills. There's our drone. The smoke and the fire, sorry, down, is coming from the hills, and it's so cloudy and smoky because obviously it's on fire. So yeah.